roll call. Here. 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 Any conflicts to report? Item 4, approval of minutes of the meeting of May 7th and May 14th, 2015.
Make a motion that we defer action on those. No one's had a chance to review them.
Second. Motion second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. We're going to take one item out of order. Item D, license agreement with Geocon Professional Services for permission to conduct 2 soil borings on Kennedy Avenue.
And they're doing this work for upcoming NIPSCO project. So I'd like to make a motion that we approve the agreement with Geocon.
Second. Motion second. All those in favor? Ayes have it. Item A, bid opening, Monroe Avenue Lighting Project, Monroe Avenue to 165th, Monroe Avenue, 165th Street, Hockey Street.
We have 3 bids. The first bid is from Midwestern Electric Incorporated, 1620 East Chicago Avenue, East Chicago, Indiana. You have your bid bond. You have your Form 96. And you have your non-inclusion affidavit signed. And their bid is $214,370.80. The next bid is from Hawk Enterprises Incorporated, 1850 East North Street, Crown Point, Indiana. You have your bid bond. You have your Form 96 filled out. And you have your non-inclusion affidavit. Their bid is $190,346.40. Final bid is from TGB Unlimited, doing business as ST Bancroft Electric, 25020 State Road, South Bend, Indiana. You have your Form 96. You have your non-inclusion affidavit signed. And you have your bid bond. Their bid is 190, looks like 198,000. Let's see if it's written on the other document. Yeah, $198,942.50. That concludes the bids. I'd like to make a motion they be referred to the engineer for tabulation and recommendation.
Second. Motion second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item B, agreement with First Group Engineering Incorporated for the 4th District Lighting Project, Madison Avenue from 174th Street to 171st Street at a cost of $131,100.
That's the cost of the project, the engineering agreement. It's $13,035.70. So I'd like to make a motion that we approve the agreement.
Second. Motion second. All those in favor? Ayes have it. I'd like to recognize Councilwoman Venez, who's with us this morning. Good morning, Councilwoman. Item C, Contract with Midwestern Electric for the Sixth District Lighting Project, New Hampshire Avenue, 167th Street to 165th Street, and 165th Street from Nebraska Avenue to New Hampshire Avenue.
Contract is with Midwestern Electric, and the dollar amount is $75,813. I'd like to make a motion that we approve the agreement.
Motion second, all those in favor? Ayes have it. Item E, request for advertising dates of July 30th, 2015 and August 6th, 2015, with a bid opening of August 20th, 2015 for Northcott Avenue lighting.
I'd like to make a motion that we set those advertising and bid opening dates.
Motion second, all those in favor? Ayes have it. Item F, correspondence received from Marathon Petroleum Company, LP, requesting permission to perform work on 141st Street.
Yeah, they're gonna be replacing a pipe under the street, so I'd like to make a motion that we approve the work.
Motion second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item G, correspondence received from Practical Environmental Consultants Incorporated requesting permission to close one lane of traffic at Speedway 7345 Kennedy Avenue for environmental monitoring.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve their request to close one traffic lane.
Motion second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item H, correspondence received from AECom requesting permission to perform environmental monitoring on the southwest side of Indianapolis Boulevard between 106th Street and 108th Street.
I'd like to make a motion that we approve their request.
Motion second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item I, contract with JM Industrial Services for the demolition of 50 Hanover Street, 3331 176th Place, 413 Vine Street, and 7543 Woodlawn.
I'd like to make a motion to approve all the contracts.
And I'll second that motion.
Motion second, all those in favor? Ayes have it. Correspondence received from Chief of Police John Doty approving block party.
We approved them all, right?
Yep.
He approved them all. I'd like to make a motion to accept his approval for
This thingy.
yeah.
Motion,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item K, hearing on property located at 1010 Hoffman Street.
Mr. President, Kurt Vossy has indicated that there needs to be a continuance to August 27th? Is that the Thursday?
Yes.
Okay, August 27th for status because he's still in the process of trying to get the building department to give him an itemized list of what repairs need to be made. The individual owns the property indicates he'd like to make repairs, however, they don't know what they're supposed to be doing.
You want it August 27th?
August 27th.
That's my motion.
Motion,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item L, hearing on property located at 241 173rd Street.
Good morning, Your Honors. My name is Jeff Williams, attorney from Brookes, Stanton, Carberry, appearing on behalf of Household Finance Corporation. The bank has decided they're going to charge off the loan and mortgage here, so they're not going to have any interest in the property beyond today.
Good morning, Board. I represent the owner, Marcel Gonzalez. We just received information today of the same. My client has scheduled an inspection, and he has paid for it, and we do have a receipt of that. He also received a bid to do a demo of the garage, which is the issue of concern, and we also ensured that the electrical is shut off, as is the water service to the property. Our intention is to enter into a rehab agreement and fix the property now that we're out from under the mortgage. It had gone through the entire mortgage foreclosure process. They had received a judgment. Once they saw the condition, they said it wasn't worth their time or money. We have decided it is, and our intention is to fix it.
Mr. President, that's pretty much accurate. I have Kelly Kearney called me yesterday afternoon to indicate that they had paid for the demo inspection. I would just ask that we set this till that September 10th date, the day that we have all the other demolition statuses from June. And if there is a agreement to rehabilitate in place, then Attorney Bismarck won't have to come on that day. We'll just bump it to the next status date. But right now, I would like to set the status on September the 10th with all the other properties.
Motion second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Thank you. Item N, Rental registration hearing on property located at 537 165th Street, 537 165th. Yes, sir.
Yes, good morning, sir. I was trying to rent this place for 137, and after the lady started moving in, we noticed like the toilet had a problem, and all the consuming without water was because of that broken toilet. The house was being empty for a long time. I was waiting for a modification, which I already have, and now I want to rent it. But when I filed the paperwork in the basement, they told me it has been some water consumed, so I had to file an appeal with you guys.
Mr. Chacon has never registered this property. He's on a 12-month supervision following an inspection last year. It has a leaky roof, and Chris Connolly from the Health Department has called to say that there are poor living conditions, a leaky roof, and that nobody should be living here.
Okay, I got something to say. The place was
Wait, I have a question.
yes.
Is the roof leaking?
Well, now it's leaking. It wasn't before for a year when the inspector went in.
Hold on a minute.
Yes,
It's
sir.
leaking now.
That's what they say.
Well, it's your building, do you know?
Yeah, but they don't even allow me to be there.
We've had a lot of rain.
Yes, it must be right now. But this person I'm already waiting. They haven't paid no rent, only pay me a deposit. I already got them to be evicted in the next couple of days.
Have you taken care of all this from last year? Gang signs or?
Oh, no, that gang sign wasn't there, right?
Well, okay, well, I didn't put it there to take the picture,
Okay.
so it's there. So has that been taken
Okay.
care of? That's from last year?
Yeah, I paint the whole house.
There's an inspection, there's a reason it was put on supervision. However, I don't think it should be rented out until the health department has been sorted out. It's not a safe and sanitary property, it shouldn't be rented to begin with.
It's just excuses from the lady that doesn't want to pay no rent.
How long have you owned the property, sir?
I think since 2007, sir.
And you've never registered? It's never been?
Never been registered.
No, never, because my daughter used to live there.
Your daughter lived in another building at the Robertsdale, I thought, before. That was the last time you were here.
On Calumet Avenue, your daughter lives, correct?
No, no. That house is still empty because I'm pending a modification this coming week. It's empty. It's been empty. I've been paying bills for both places.
I just saw cars parked in the lot. I didn't walk in the
No. I'm the one that had to cut the grass and everything.
Okay, when the health department indicates that the house is uninhabitable, that means you have to deal with that problem and get a clearance from the health department before you can put a tenant in the building.
I'll do so, but this is nothing but lies. Because this lady doesn't want to pay me. She hasn't paid me a penny after she moved in.
Okay, did you ever sign an affidavit that says your family member was living there?
Oh, it's a tenant.
Well, he said his daughter was living there.
That was back in 2007, sir.
That was in 7.
Yeah.
When did this property become a rental?
April.
April of this year?
Yes.
So your daughter drew these gang symbols?
No. That must have been people when they went in and out. In and out. I don't know who used to.
Well, your daughter was living there and she doesn't know who's coming in and out of the house?
No, my daughter moved a long time ago. The house was pending a modification. I went to some crisis. My son dies in the way. I lost my other daughter. I didn't care about a house in reality. I told the bank to take it. They didn't want to take it. They gave me a chance, the last chance.
Mr. President, I would make a motion that we do not grant the appeal until such time as the health department has cleared this property for human habitation. If he wants to register, he can pay the late.
And then come back and see us, and, you know,
I don't know how to call you guys, your honor, sir. I don't have no problem because it's nothing but lies. I don't mind the health department, after this lady is being removed, come in and I show the inspectors and the health department that this house is perfectly well. I spent $2,500. The inspector made me spend that money in some electrical work, and now, by the time I went to see this lady, they got all destroyed, the alarms and everything.
okay, take care of the issues and come back and see us, and, you know.
Okay, what am I-
perhaps
what
You'll
am-
be given some relief.
Okay, what am I doing now?
You're
Because
going to repair whatever the health department says to make the living conditions compliant with state and local law.
okay, I don't mind because I'm planning to hire a company in order to rent it professional way, checking backgrounds, so nothing happens like this before.
Okay.
Chris, what do we,
I would just ask the board take no action, and his appeal is not granted until the property is brought up to code.
just dismiss right now, or?
Just, Appeal denied.
I mean, the inspector went in. They checked the whole place. Your inspector, the people that works for you guys.
Nick, somebody?
Anyone, any inspector here that's through the property?
Well, Max Lee, who's no longer with us, was the one who inspected it back in September last. There weren't a lot of notes on what he found, but it seems like he okayed it.
Yes.
But
You okayed it for it to be a rental?
not to be a rental, but there wasn't a whole lot of notes in our system left from him.
Can you work with the county health inspector, Chris?
Yeah, I intended to.
Chris Connolly? And
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
you and him together?
Yeah, I was
or
gonna get
if
with
it's-
you, yeah.
Maybe it's a she. Maybe you and Chris Connolly can show it together and go through it together.
Mm-hmm.
So you tell me what's next, I'll do it.
Well, we need to schedule an inspection.
And then you need to remove over.
Yeah, that's okay.
The appeal tonight until the health department
I also went to council.
inspects the building and,
Certifies it's happening.
exactly. Motion, second, all those in favor? Ayes have it.
Yeah.
So let me call.
Item N, rental registration hearing on property located at 7604 Monroe, 7009 Harrison, and 4035 Cole, and 639 141st Street. Morning.
Morning.
Chris?
All right, now, I guess I can just take them in order, Mr. President, if you
Okay,
want.
that's
There
fine.
are four of them? One,
Five.
five,
Four.
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 All right, 7604 Monroe. She was on time for 15. She did not register for 14. But this has already been before the Board of Works on June 18th, so I'm not sure why we're doing this yet.
Okay, well, we're not sure either.
Okay, I got it, that's thinking. She apparently did not pay within the 30 days. You granted her appeal and she did not pay within the 30 days.
I asked for a extension of time, which they granted us. I had a meeting with our code enforcement officer
Okay,
about my properties. So he told me to go ahead and pay rental and register rental on 4 properties, which I did and paid the rentals. Now, on, say, take Monroe, for example. The day before the rental final date was due, this property was sold on a land contract, but the man was in the hospital and couldn't get it recorded. So I came in and asked if I could have an extension till he was out of the hospital so he could record this. This property was only sold the end of December, so we didn't have to register it for 14.
No, that's not true. If it was a rental one day in 2014, you had to register. If it didn't get sold till December of 14, then it didn't get sold till December of 14. It's like saying I don't have to pay my taxes till I
No, the people that made our agreement on the land contract, this was a verbal agreement. We went through the necessary paperwork in order to get it concluded. So it was never a rental. It was that they put money down on it toward a land contract, which I have not, it has now been recorded. This is my land contract. It was from day one.
She's the lawyer.
I have never rented this as a rental. It was,
Okay, but did somebody just say it was rented for 15, registered for 15, Chris?
Yeah, she registered.
Was it rented now?
Right, the date of this land contract is December the 3rd, 2014. So either there has to be an affidavit that it was vacant, or she was renting it because this contract is dated December 3rd, 2014. What happened January 1st through December 2nd?
Did you rent it in January of
I never rented it. The people that signed and made an agreement with us for the land contract, it took us a couple of weeks to prepare the paperwork.
question.
Yes,
From December 1st of 2014,
January.
13, right, to December 2nd of 2014, was the property vacant?
yes.
It was vacant. Nobody was living there.
No, we bought the property, we renovated it, nobody lived there.
Okay. So, Chris?
When did you purchase the property, ma'am?
Don't have this date here, about 5 months before. It took us 5 months to renovate it. But it was empty that whole time, nobody lived there.
Well, the water was turned on in December of 13. And the water bills were being mailed to Griffith in December of 13.
That was my home.
So how could she have the water bills sent to her and turned on before she owned it?
Because I had to renovate it. I had to have the water turned on so that I could work on the house.
Right, you said you bought it 5 months before,
Well, I could be wrong, I'm sorry.
it would be a year before.
Probably. I know that I had it for quite a while because we did quite a bit of work on it, but nobody lived there. It was never a rental, never offered as a rental.
All right, let's move on to Harrison.
Oh, what, you wanna deal with this one first?
Chris?
I mean, then she needs to fill out an affidavit of vacancy for December of 2014, and she didn't do that.
I didn't know, I'm sorry.
Okay, so what you need to do is you need to fill out the affidavit so no one was living there from December of 13 all the way until December of 14.
Okay.
And then there'll be no rental registration fee due, and this matter will be dismissed.
Right, Chris, dismiss it if she fills out the
If
affidavit?
she fills out the affidavit.
Okay,
I'll do that today.
Like, should I just make a motion for all when we're done?
that's fine.
Okay.
Next property, 7009 Harrison.
That was also a property that he owns, Edward Donnelly. That's not my property.
Okay, sir.
And this is the same situation, you know, he bought the property, he renovated it, he had a person that made an agreement to buy it on a land contract.
Okay, hold on. Let's go back to something. Is it registered now?
It says it was registered on time in 13 and 15.
Okay.
They were cited for registering late in 11, they paid 12 late. So it's been a rental for several years, and we do get complaints about tall grass at this property.
What happened in January of 2014 up till April that you didn't register for 2014?
Because the person that was on the land, was buying it on land contract,
Do you have any paperwork to show?
You have the land contract for Harrison?
that one was never, it never completed.
Okay,
So was somebody living there paying rent?
She was paying toward the land contract, and in fact, on this particular one, she was so far behind,
oh, wait a minute, so the land contract was never completed, was it executed?
it was never signed, it was, no.
Oh, okay, then those payments are rent payments.
She had them listed as being against the purchase price.
But if there's no contract, there's no land contract. You can't do an oral contract to purchase land. It's a statute of frauds.
That's the problem.
There are no oral contracts to purchase land. Land contracts, anything that takes place over more than a year, anything for marriage, anything to pay off anybody's debts, all are things that have to be in writing. So this was a rental for 2014. Did you give them all the money back?
They owe him, what,
Right.
no. She has not made payments, owes him $7,000.
Okay, well, then evict her, but it doesn't make it not a rental.
So that's been his problem. She kept promising she's gonna pay and giving her different reasons.
That's a bad business decision. That's not, doesn't make it a
Right.
rental.
And is this property in your name, ma'am?
No, Edward Donnelly.
Chris, whose name have you got it in? Because all these properties came under her name.
Right, well, I have, it's actually unusual. I've got Dolores DeVos on the first one. I've got Edward Donnelly on the second one. I've got Edward Donnelly and Dolores DeVos on the third one, and I've got Dolores DeVos on the fourth one.
The commingling property, okay.
Okay, just a minute.
So in 2014, ma'am, you did not register, he did not register, somebody didn't register the unit in 2014. Even though you had a verbal agreement, like she said, it's not illegal. Not legal? Is that good?
You cannot do an oral contract for land. It's one of the things you can't do.
Right, so.
During
right now-
that, I can prove that during that whole year, he didn't collect any money at all. She owes him
That
that.
just makes him a bad businessman. It doesn't make it not a rental.
Okay.
I mean, mean, if he wasn't collecting money, then you should have kicked him out. Let's go to, what do you want to go here? Chris?
Well, she's gonna have to register, he's gonna have to register for 2014. A person was living there and there was a contract for money.
Okay. Yeah.
If he wants to be a charity, he should go file for 501c3 paperwork to become a charity.
Okay, let's go to, we keep it, so we know who's owning these places. Let's skip to 639 141st before I make a ruling on
Okay.
Harrison.
Oh, let's go to 4035.
Can we do the 639 first? Would you mind?
He's not.
Okay.
Let's go to 141st.
This is a property that I had, this was done the end of December of 14.
What was done?
We had a verbal agreement to do the land contract on that property, and then within 2-week period, the couple broke up.
Okay, when did you purchase the property on 141st?
Probably several months before that. It was never rented until December. The end of December is the first time anybody lived in it. And this was the person that,
Well, who did you evict in April? You evicted somebody.
I'm in the process of evicting the same people because they have not paid me anything for 5 months.
April of this year, Chris?
This says April 15th, Ms. Voss owns the property, purchased it from HUD 2 years ago, is in the process of evicting current tenants who she states backed out of the land contract. Once
Right.
again, no land contract, it's a rental. If she doesn't collect rent from them, it makes her a bad businessman, it does not make it not a rental.
But this didn't happen until the end of December. They gave me a deposit for the land contract, then
They did that in December, but what about the month before?
nobody was there, it was empty. Nobody
And
lived
how
there.
could you be evicting in 15?
Right, in 50, April of this year, she's evicting them. So,
Because they owe me 5 months back rent.
so that makes them tenants.
Right, but I mean, they didn't move, but they didn't move it, it was vacant until the end of December of 14. Nobody,
That still makes you liable for the 14 rental registration. It's one day in December of 14 you owe them.
but they didn't live there. I mean, they might have made the land contract, but they didn't move in there because we
You didn't
didn't.
take the land contract because you don't have any documentation, so you rented it to them. Okay, that finishes that one. Let's go to 4035 Toll.
4035 Toll is one that they both supposedly own.
There was a quick claim deed that I deeded the property to him, and he's the sole owner right
Okay,
now.
when
Okay.
did you two purchase the property? What year?
Do you remember what year you bought Toll?
Oh, God.
I
Approximately.
have it being as 2010. He bought it from Abigail
okay.
Herrera.
Yeah.
The rental?
No, Abigail Herrera, at that point, was a land contract, and she forfeited it. She forfeited, that's all we do is land contracts. We don't rent houses.
Who writes your contracts? You use an attorney to write a contract?
Yes,
And so when these contracts, you have oral contracts, you got,
well, what happened with, there was one oral contract, the couple broke up, and he's in and out. The police are called in because there's domestic violence. So the contract, that they owe me 5 months because I didn't know at the time that I did the contract that they were not getting along.
So did they sign the contract?
We never got to the point. We never got to that
None of
point.
these are, we don't even want to talk about land contracts.
Okay,
If
well,
you don't have a signed document.
That
it
was just
doesn't
one.
exist.
Okay, hold
That's
on.
just the one. We never got to that point.
Mr. President, we've already heard these matters on June 18th. I don't know why we're here.
We were not here on June.
no, they weren't here on the 18th.
No.
The Board of
I
Works
remember
made a
this.
decision.
No, I asked for a continuance.
Okay,
They granted it.
Okay.
so in writing, they asked for continuance on the 18th.
All I would say is there's only one recorded contract that was actually executed, and that would be the very first property. The rest are rentals for 14, and they owe $80 for all 3 of these properties for 14. And it's up to the board if they want to waive the late fee. But these are not land contracts.
My question, are they all single family?
Yes.
They all appear to be one unit.
The only time we ran into problems with anything is when the
All three of them
purchasers.
ran into problem. Well, but all 3 of them.
In the future, some advice. If you buy properties, if you take properties, and they're vacant, come to City Hall here, file an affidavit that the property is vacant. Otherwise, these properties are shown, because they've been rented in the past, they're being shown as rental. So that's what you need to do.
I'd like to make a motion to assess the $80 late fee on all 3 units plus one $500 late fee.
Motion,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Good luck.
Thank you very
Careful.
much. We learned something here.
Item O, run a registration hearing on
Okay.
property located at 1447 Atlas. 1447 Atlas.
Good morning, Mr. President, all of it. The,
All right, Mr. President, I have they're not registered for 14 or 15. We have an address for the owner in New Mexico, however, the mail came back to that New Mexico address, so I don't know if we really have an address.
yes, I lived in New Mexico. I have many years this house. Before a year, I sent money to my wife. She pay register. She no pay. I don't know. In this house live one lady. She has disability. She many months no pay me rent.
So your wife is living there?
No, my
Oh.
wife live the apartment.
Oh.
Yeah. The lady have disability. I don't know. She no pay me.
Well, did you ask her why she wasn't paying you?
Yeah, I come in 2 days before the New Mexico. She talk she me pay $200.
Chris, this is 14 and 15?
Correct, it's 14 and
Yeah.
15.
How many years have you owned it, sir?
Oh, I'm 20 years. This.
Any other problem?
No. Other than we don't have a good address for him, so when he registers, he needs to put a correct current address down, because 46 Lopez Road in Bella, New Mexico is not a valid address.
Yes, my boy is not 40 days.
Post office box 42.
Yes, boy, I live the farm, the New Mexico. I send I rented the PO box. Yeah, PO box.
That's why we need people to register every year, so we know how to find it.
Yeah, PO box 42. Yeah.
Didn't you have them changed for a figure? One's 15 and one's 14, so we have two.
She is good lady. I talk. She has disability. I don't know. She talk. She pay me 200. I don't know.
I'd like to make a motion to waive the late fees, but the units must be registered at the proper amounts for 14 and 15.
Motion,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Sir, if you wait till after the meeting,
This is last of the meeting.
sir, wait till after the meeting, you could register for both
Yes,
years. She'll have,
okay.
this
Thank
fine
you.
lady will give you the paper.
Thank you. I stay.
Thank you. Item P, rental registration hearing on property located at 1049 177th Place. 1049 177.
Mr. Pre-
Richard Hill?
I can tell you he was late in 2010, he was on time 11 through 13, he was cited in 9 and 11 and put on supervision. He has not registered for 15 or 14, and since he's not here, I would ask you to deny the appeal.
I'd like to make a motion for what years? 14 and 15?
14 and 15.
I'd like to make a motion to assess the late fee for both years, plus the proper rental registration fee for those 2 years off.
Motion,
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item Q, rental registration hearing on property located at 1350 to 52 Truman. We'll start with that one, sir. You have numerous. You're on the air.
All right.
Yes.
Well, we did have an issue with the rear dwelling, which was inspected and found to be uninhabitable. Can't have bedrooms in the basement. There was some problems with the people living there in 13, but I don't know if they're the same people. Is it, you only just not registered for 15, is that correct?
Yeah, what happened is that we send a check, and ever since the program started, we've been paying in time faithfully. And for some ungodly reason, the check never got to them, and then they sent a letter, I came and paid it, told me I had to come here first.
Someone from code want to address the,
No, it's just 15 for this property. And I look on his other properties, it looks like he has been on time. It looks like all of them. Now, were you having some health problems?
Pardon me?
Were you having some health problems?
What?
Health problems? Okay. I do know Mr. Castileone's been having some health issues, and so that might be the reason that these properties weren't registered in 15, but they were registered every other year, I'm looking at all.
How many units,
It's 10 units altogether.
hold on, how many units at 1300 Truman?
It's 2 buildings,
How many
2
units?
houses, 1 in each,
So 2 units.
yeah.
How
From
many
building,
units- How many units on 173rd?
2,
How many units on Dye?
1,
Kenwood? 1.25.
5, yeah.
And Chris, you got everything years before, he's always been on time?
Yeah, no problem.
I don't know what happened to the check, but we send it every time.
I'd like to make a motion to waive the late fee, but the units must be registered at the proper amount.
Motion?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item R, rental registration hearing on property located at 4609 Pine Avenue.
Morning.
All right, Mr. President, I have that they're only late for 15.
I'm sorry, Chris, 15 only?
15 only.
It's one single-family home?
It should appear.
Yep, una familia que one family.
You got anything else, Chris, or?
That's all I have. No issues. She's owned it since 14. It's been registered for 13 and 14. It's just this year.
So when they bought the property, they were not told that they were supposed to get they were not told they were supposed to register for rental until ¿de cuándo? ¿Hasta cuándo? ¿Te dijeron?
Que cuando ya pedimos el permiso para la fence, que aquí nos dijeron que
It looks like she only
nunca
bought it
habíamos
like
sacado
Thanksgiving
permiso.
last year, around that. So she's really only owned it since the
I'd like to make a motion to waive the late fee, but the unit must be registered. Is this 15, Chris?
15.
$5 fee.
Motion?
Second.
All those in favor? Ayes have it. So register it for 14. If you want to wait until after the meeting, this lady will give you or for 15, this lady will have the paperwork for you, okay?
Okay. Que sí,
Got to register it every year. Every year it's a rental, April 15th.
Before April.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So do we just stay here?
Entonces ahorita que
Sí, me quedo.
Yeah, on Sunday. Item F, rental registration hearing on property located at 1139 Sherman Street. 1139 Sherman.
13.
I'm sorry, 1339 Sherman. I'm retarded. Well, that's why I took them off.
It's only for 15.
Good morning. Yeah, it was just an oversight. I came down to pay the rental, and then that's when I learned that it was a fee and a fine. And
Too late. Chris, any other information on the property before?
No, I mean, he was late in 14, so that you might have thought he didn't have to do it again until that same time of year. But,
14, we didn't send out stuff.
right. So it's just for 15, and I don't have the issues with the property.
Just a single family, sir?
that's correct.
Make a motion to waive the late fee, but the unit must be registered at $5.
Motion?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sir, hold on 1 second. Do you live there?
No,
Where do you live?
I'm 1369 Harvey.
Okay. We need to make sure that we have the proper address because this paperwork that we have has the Sherman address. So when we mail stuff to you, we'd rather mail it to your house, not the rental.
Okay.
Make sure you get the your home address so we can mail you stuff.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
even have that address in Harvey. I have Finch Avenue in Harvey.
Well, we need to make sure, so if you can today,
Yeah.
give them the proper address so we know where to send
Okay.
correspondence to you.
Is that downstairs? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item T, rental registration hearing on property located at 927 Wilcox Street.
Good morning.
Warren,
Do you have water at the property?
I do not.
I have that the water's been shut off and on payment.
Yeah, we had tenants in there and they didn't pay their bill for, I don't know how long. And I am trying to get the house repaired and I was trying to get a permit as well so I can do the roofing, but it was denied because of late rental registrations. And I came from Mexico because I've been living abroad and yeah, I just went to the house and it's a mess and they left all their personal belongings in there.
It's not on the property when you're not here.
Well, they I had a cousin, and then he left to Mexico, and he never told me. And then I stopped receiving my rental, and I couldn't come because I have my kids there. So, you know, as soon as I could, I came, and the place is a mess, and yeah, they shut the water. I could get the NIPSCO on already.
Nobody's living there now?
No,
I
it's
also have it's never been registered. How long have you owned this property?
for quite a time. Yeah, but I never had people before. It was vacant. First, my sister was there for 2 years probably, and she was just paying like the property taxes. That was our agreement, and then it was vacant because I wasn't living here, and then these people were there for like, I don't know, probably 2 to 3 years. My husband was in charge of this property. It wasn't me, but it's on my name, so everything's falling under me. So.
Well, my concern is she's gonna have to register for all the years it was a rental, not just, well, it's never been registered, so she's gonna have to register all the rental. My second concern is that if nobody's watching this property, what happens to the property?
Yeah, I'm planning to sell it. That's why I'm trying to make all these changes, because I'm not gonna be here. So I was trying to do it over the summer, but everything backed off because the hearing, I requested it back in May, but you know, it's until today. So I thought I had those 2 months, you know, to like fix things up.
What year was it a rental then?
Let me think, from probably 2012 to 2014.
Are you receiving any emails from us, ma'am?
No,
That's
Well-
the only address that's showing on the notice.
Well, we have 8436 Johnson in Highland, but if she's not living there, then, I mean, it's not our fault that she's not getting her mail.
I haven't gotten any mail from here though, because I am receiving the mail from that house, like, and I haven't gotten anything, actually. Actually, even my driver's license was like, never.
From what house, the Highland?
Yeah, and I am getting my NIPSCO bills for this rental property. They are arriving now
She
there.
needs to register for 2012 through 2015.
Okay.
And she also needs to provide us with a correct and current address where she can actually get mail and notices about the property.
Okay, I'll do that.
So it'll be $245.
So moved.
Motion,
Second.
second, all those in favor? Ayes have it. So she'll pay the rental registration fee for the 3 years, it'll be good to go, and make sure that the address that they have in Highland is correct.
And after that, do I get my permit, like to start? Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Where were we? Item U, rental registration hearing on property located at 7622 Beach. Morning.
Morning, how are you?
Actually, I have that he's been on time since 2007.
See, how about 43369?
Yep.
Yep, he's been on time on that property 2008 through 2014.
Are they both single family, sir?
Yes,
So just this year?
yes.
What happened?
Personal things, just forgot.
The properties are rented, both of them?
Yes, they're both occupied.
We have no problems with either property, there's never been an issue.
To make a motion to waive the late fees, but the unit must be registered at the property.
Motion,
Second.
all those in
Which after
favor?
the meeting's over, like,
Ayes
finally
have
get
it.
your piece of paper, you can do it today.
Okay.
Then you have to drive all the way out again.
Item B, correspondence received requesting a rental registration hearing.
August 4th? I'd like to make a motion to schedule that for August 6th.
Second.
Motion, second, all those in favor? Ayes have it. Item W, amusement device listing.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the only one that they.
Is that listing or licensing?
Like, arcade games. Pac-Man.
Probably licensed.
Pac-Man.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the.
Motion, second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Item X, garage sale permit submitted for approval.
I'd like to make a motion.
Motion,
Second.
second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Any matters from board members?
I have two matters. First one is an agreement to rehabilitate property located at 827 Morris. Chris?
Is it on the agenda? What is it?
Other,
It's an agreement to rehabilitate? Oh, okay, well, then it was probably a demolition property, we just got the signed copy too late to put it on the agenda.
820 Morris Street.
I would just ask that you please approve the agreement.
Motion?
Second.
Second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it.
I have another matter. It's a letter from Structure Point. They're gonna be doing some soil borings out on Chicago and Homan Avenue for part of the Chicago Street project. These are gonna be happening over the next 3 to 4 weeks, and it will require a single lane closure when it's happening, but traffic will still be able to go through. So I'd like to make a motion that we approve the lane closures.
Second.
Motion, second, all those in favor?
Aye.
Ayes have it. Ready?
Yep.
Any matters from other department heads or the representative? Any new business? Any old business? The meeting is now open to the public.
Alvin Cheeks, 800 block of Merrill. I'm here in regards to the church-only parking signs. I've been living on Merrill Street 47 years. When I started out on Merrill Street, the street went west instead of going east now. We're getting a high level of traffic in that area. In the 2-block area, I have 6 churches. So on the average Sunday, we have about 500 to 600 cars in a small area. I'm not against churches. I'm against the fact of church-only parking. But the other thing, when I went out and started looking, we have pastor-only signs. We have pastor wives-only signs that have never been approved by this Board of Works in the history that I've came here. I showed Stan some of the pictures. I even have more of cars blocking handicap ramps, cars blocking fire hydrants. It's nothing wrong with the churches being in my area, but if we start allowing everybody to have church-only signs, then it's one church in my area, it owns one whole side of a street on Morris, then on Merrill. So if each one of those get a church-only sign, then where the residents supposed to park? I can show you, I brought pictures, I brought videotape, just to show that it's getting cumbersome. The part that really bothers me is the blocking of the handicap ramps. At first it was the church-only signs, but when I got out on a Sunday and just started looking around, I found 15 cars blocking handicap ramps. I'm not in a wheelchair, but it is people that live in the area that are in wheelchairs on my block. So I would like this board to, take a strong look and get out and look at some of those signs. I found 17 signs that was not approved by the Board of Works in its history. So I don't know how they're getting all these signs up, like the pastor wives only signs. I found 10 of those. Now, I know that don't exist in the city of Hammond. The pastor only signs, they don't exist in the city ordinance. So it has to be a balance somewhere. If we live here, up by Clark, they made it where the students and the teachers had to park in the parking lot. Over by Purdue Cal, they made it where Purdue had to build a parking garage to take the stress off the neighborhood. A lot of these churches do have parking. They should have their parishioners park in the parking lot. It's just getting to a point, I'll show it to you, it's just getting to the point where I got pastors parking on the sidewalk on a Sunday.
Mr. Cheeks, have you reached out to these churches and talked to them and asked them for a little help?
They got highly mad and said that I'm against the church and I'm against God. I did do that.
Have you talked to Gary Gleason?
Yes, I have.
And what did Mr. Gleason tell you?
They just said that the ones that has church only, they said that they came in, they have a 90-day
That was
period.
approved by this board probably about 3-4 weeks ago on a 90-day trial.
Okay.
You like this here? That's a handicap.
All those other signs, I don't even know.
That's a handicap.
No, I mean, that's a police matter.
Right. Right. I'm just saying that it's just getting to be cumbersome.
I'm gonna make a motion that we forward this to Gary Gleason, have him review the signs that are out there, and anything that's not
Yeah,
put
like
up
why-
and approved by the board needs to come down, so we'll
Right.
have Gary looking.
But the interesting part, they own city, maintenance, but if you've been around here long enough, you know the
Right, that's
one.
why we're having, Mr.
Right.
Gleason look at them.
All right.
So we have a motion to do that.
Thank you.
All those in favor? Ayes have it. Did you, I thought you lived in Robertsdale.
I do sometimes.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Thank you. You roll for that one.
Yes,
Good morning, how you doing, sir? I have a request, I'm from Chicago, and I have a special effects company, and I do special effects for motion picture and film and television. And I want to shoot a pyrotechnic shoot here in Hammond at a fireworks company. And I'd like to know if I can request a permit for that, or do I need a permit? I called Public Works, and they said to come here today, and I have a letter of intent.
Where are you going to do this at? Or where do you plan on doing this?
I have a company called Dynamite Fireworks up on Calumet. I talked with the owner there. I'm going there today to talk with him, and
Calumet where?
4218 South Calumet.
By Aurelio?
Yeah,
Where do you plan on doing this?
on his back lot. Yes, they do. They have one in Chicago too.
Well, yeah, there's a grassy lot back there that's kind of a.
They have a little bit of cement
Right away.
area too.
We've got a bunch of towers in there. Have you talked to NIPSCO? Are you gonna do aerial fireworks or?
It's not aerial. It's just basically just some low pyrotechnics. It's mostly ground stuff, just for visual effect and things.
Is this part of a movie or is this just for?
They're doing it, I work with Chicago Fire, and they're basically just doing a documentary on special effects and pyro. You know, just kind of and they're a digital effects company as well, and they want to do some digital stuff that we're going to shoot live.
Can't you find an open area somewhere, not adjacent to commercial property?
I've looked, I've been looking for property since June, in Chicago. I've gone as far west as Rosemont, other suburbs.
First off, we don't own the property, so we can't give him permission to go on someone else's property. to do
Right,
this.
right.
You're gonna have to get a hold of NIPSCO or, I don't know.
This is my special effects foreman.
Yes, as far as, we're not sure, because we're not from Indiana, how the legalities work. Most
I'm
of the,
against the pyrotechnic part, so I'll let you know that.
It's a fire chief, so.
yes,
Okay.
I
Mark is
noticed
the wrong
that.
guy.
It's mostly, I'm not sure if we need open flame permits. We're
Well, I
gonna,
think you guys need to find out who owns the property first before you come to us, because we can't tell you anything, because we don't own it.
Yeah.
The city doesn't own it.
Okay.
So the power of NIPSCO owns the property, we believe.
so if we have permission from the landowner, as far as, I think my understanding is as long as it's beneath 1.4 grain of black powder, that it's consumer grade at that point.
What's the ordinance say, Chris?
They have to do it on, if it's done on private property, they have to have the permission of the landowner. If they're in NIPSCO property, they're gonna have to get NIPSCO's permission.
Okay.
So if NIPSCO wants to give them permission, because I know they do have those towers there, they just need to bring something back to the board, so I can.
I mean,
Can I see your letter
we have
of
to get
intent?
permission from, Aurelio's and the Chase Bank.
That's what I'm saying, the property owners have to have permission.
So I'm saying, like, Aurelio's is right next to the fire district. I mean, what if, Aurelio?
Well, I guess, hopefully, I'm sure, do you have a certificate of insurance?
Are you gonna be west of the alley? Because you got those three businesses there fronting on Calumet.
Yes, we're gonna
You
be
have an
deep.
alley.
Yeah, in
We're
the
gonna
back.
be as deep as possible as far as the property line will allow
We
us
do
to
have
go.
liability. We have
I went and I
$500,000
scouted the
right now, and we
location.
could go up to $1 million.
Everything that we're doing should be far beneath anything and away from any,
Wires or-
trees or wires or
Is this gonna
anything.
be loud? Because there are homes right there too.
I was wondering if I was allowed to go throughout the neighborhood and notify the adjacent public of what we were doing, as long as, I'm not sure, again, on the legalities, what I need to do this documentary shoot.
Do you have a contact phone number?
773-672-9825.
Well, I think you've heard the legalities. You gotta get the property owner's permission.
Okay.
and,
I
uh,
want to do it safely
And
and.
probably,
up to code.
after you get the permission, come back and let us know when you're gonna do it, so that the fire department is notified what you're doing and where you're doing it, and then you're good to go.
Do we have to meet with,
Or not.
your chamber again, or can we just go directly to the fire department after getting land? Oh, when is the next meeting?
Every Thursday.
Every Thursday.
Okay, all right. We were thinking about the 1st through the 5th of August, so I think we should be able to land there. All right, thank you so much for your
All
time.
right, sir. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Fire station. Anyone else from the public wish to address the board? Please.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion? Second, all those in favor? Ayes have it.